children, welcome to the living room library. This is Mrs. Kikani. I'm back again with another story. Are you excited? I'm very excited. This particular book is also one of my favorite. When my children were young, I used to read them this book. Yes, so I'm going to read it to you today. Find a place, crisscross your legs, hands in your lap, and get ready. And I must get ready with my glasses. Sometimes I can't see properly when I'm reading books. So when I'm reading books, I need my glasses. Okay? So here I go. The story about Ping. This is Ping. It's a little duck. His name is Ping. So this story is about a duck. His name is Ping. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young duck named Ping. Ping lived with his mother, his father, and 2 sisters, and 3 brothers, and 11 aunts, and 7 uncles, and 42 cousins. Can you imagine? He lived with his mother, his father, and 2 sisters, and 3 brothers, and 11 aunts, and 7 uncles, and 42 cousins. That's a huge family. Their home was a boat with 2 wise eyes. Do you see 2 wise eyes? On the Yangtze River. This is a Yangtze River. Each morning as the sun rose from the east, Ping and his mother and his father and sisters and brothers and aunts and uncles and his 42 cousins all marched one by one down a little bridge to the shore of the Yangtze River. All day they would hunt for snails and little fishes and other pleasant things to eat. But in the evening, as the sun set in the west, la 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 would call the master of the boat. This is the master of the boat. The boat belonged to this fellow. And he would say, la 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 la. So all the ducks will go march back to the boat. Quickly, Ping and all his family would come scurrying. Quickly they would march one by one up over the little bridge and onto the wise-eyed boat, which was their home on the Yangtze River. Ping was always careful, very, very careful, not to be last, because the last duck to cross over the bridge always got a spank on the back. That's what this master used to do, just a spank. But one afternoon, as the shadows grew long, Ping did not hear the call because at that moment, Ping was wrong side up trying to catch a little fish. See, his head is in the bottom. He's looking for a fish and he didn't hear his master's calling that la 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 la. He missed it because he was catching a fish. By the time Ping was right side up, his mother, his father, and his aunts were already marching one by one up over the bridge. By the time Ping neared the shore, his uncles and his cousins were marching over. And by the time Ping reached the shore to the last of his 42 cousins had crossed the bridge, everybody was up. Ping knew he would be the last, the very last duck if he crossed the bridge. Ping didn't want to be spanked. Remember the last one gets a little spank? He didn't want to be spanked. So he hid. He didn't go in the boat. His family went and he hid here. Ping hid behind the grasses, and as the dark came and the pale moon shone in the sky, Ping watched the wise-eyed boat slowly sail away down the Yangtze River. All night long, Ping slept near the grass on the bank of the river with his head tucked under his wing. And when the sun rose up from the east, Ping found he was all alone on the Yangtze River. There was no father or mother, no sister or brothers, no aunts or uncles, and no 42 cousins to go fishing with Ping. So Ping started out to find them. Swimming down the yellow waters of the Yangtze River, he cannot find his wise-eyed boat and his cousins and mother and father and brothers and sisters. As the sun rose higher in the sky, boats came. Big boats, little boats, fishing boats and beggar boats, houseboats and raft boats, and all these boats had eyes to see with. But nowhere could Ping see the wise-eyed boat which was his home. He couldn't find his boat. Then came a boat full of strange dark fishing birds. Ping saw them diving for fish for their master. As each bird brought a fish to his master, he would give it a little piece of fish for prey. See, this is a different kind of bird, and that's the master, and the birds are fishing. Ping is watching. Closer and closer swept the fishing birds near Ping. Now Ping could see shining rings around their necks, rings of metal made so tight the birds could never swallow the big fish they were catching. Swip, splash, splash. Ring the birds were dancing here and there all about Ping. So down he ducked and swam under the yellow water of the Yangtze River. When Ping came out to the top of the water far away from the fishing birds, he found little crumbs of floating, tender little rice cakes crumbs, which made a path to a houseboat. See the crumbs? As Ping ate these crumbs, he came nearer and nearer to the houseboat. Then, so this is a different houseboat. Splash! There in the water was a boy, a little boy with a barrel on his back, which was tied to a rope from the boat, just as all boat boys on the Yangtze River are tied to their boats. In the boy's hand was a rice cake, so that was the crumb Ping was eating. Oh! Cried the little boy, and up dashed Ping and snatched the rice cake. See? Quickly the boy grabbed Ping and held him tight. Quack, 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 cried Ping. Oh, yelled the little boy. Ping and the boy made such a splashing and such a noise that boy's father came running and the boy's mother came running and the boy's sister and brother came running, and they all looked over the edge of the boat at Ping and the boy splashing in the water of the Yangtze River. See? That's boy's family. And they were happy to see the boy and Ping playing together. They were making such a noise, a happy noise. Then the boy's father and mother pulled at the rope which was tied at the barrel on the little boy's back. See? So they are pulling him back. They pulled and up came Ping and the boy onto the houseboat. This is their houseboat. Ah, a duck dinner has come to us, said the boy's father. I will cook him with rice at sunset tonight, said the boy's mother. No, my nice duck is too beautiful to eat, cried the boy. But down came a basket all over Ping, and he could see no more of the boy or the boat or the sky or the beautiful yellow water of the Yangtze River. He's covered in this basket. He's trapped now. All day long, Ping could see only the thin lines of sun which shone through the cracks in the basket. and Ping was very sad. After a long while, Ping heard the sound of oars and felt the jerk, jerk, jerk of the boat as it was rowed down the Yangtze River. Soon the lines of sunshine which came through the cracks of the basket turned rose color, and Ping knew the sun was setting in the west. Ping heard footsteps coming near to him. The basket was quickly lifted, and the little boy's hand were holding Ping. Quickly, quietly, the boy dropped the Ping over the side of the boat, and Ping slipped into the water, the beautiful yellow water of the Yangtze River. Then Ping heard this call, la 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 la. Ping looked, and there near the bank of the river was the Wise Eye boat, which was Ping's home. And Ping saw his mother and his father and his aunts all marching one by one up over the little bridge. Swiftly Ping turned and swam, paddling toward the shore. Now Ping could see his uncles marching one by one. Paddle, paddle, paddle. Ping hurried toward the shore. Ping saw his cousins marching one by one. Paddle, paddle, paddle. Ping neared the shore. But as Ping reached the shore, the last of Ping's 42 cousins marched over the bridge, and Ping knew that he was late again. But up marched Ping, up over little bridge, and spank came the spank on Ping's back. Then at last Ping was back with his mother and his father and 2 sisters and 3 brothers and 11 aunts and 7 uncles and 42 cousins, home again on the Wise Eye boat on the Yangtze River. Ping was so happy to be with his family. This time he decided he is not going to hide. He would go on the bridge, and he got the little spank. Yet he wanted to be with his family. He had a great adventure, but it's always good to be home with the family. The end. That's the story of Ping. Did you like it? I hope you enjoyed it. It's good to go on adventures. It's good to go out, play and explore. But it's always best to come back home for dinner when mom is calling, when dad is calling, or grandma or grandpa are calling, or your babysitter is calling. You must go back home. It's fun to play outside. It's fun to explore. But when the time is right, we must go back home. Be safe, be good, and I'll be back again. Remember, I love you.